But the key point that I wanted to make on showing this, so there's a picture of Kala Chakra in the male female in the center, the one being both male and female, and then with eight Shaktis, which represent the winds, the energies of the subtle body. But here they're seen as deities in a mandala on petals of an 8-petal lotus, in the heart of that giant mandala, which is 3 buildings and 722 different forms. And the reason for meditating oneself in one of these weird things in the creation stage, which you're reading, is that you then develop a stability around that. Because you understand about emptiness, the deeper your understanding of emptiness goes, the more self-aware you become about how you are building your world of images and perceptions yourself. They are not just out there. You're making that. And partially, other beings are also making it. So you're intersubjectively aligned with other beings. But minds are engaged and are responsible for how they perceive the world. And you are responsible. And therefore you can reshape the world by seeing it in a different way. And of course you take that out of the level of just reshaping a room and being more friendly in a room and not getting caught up in bad vibes or something, which is a technique you can use to maintain your good cheer in the midst of stress. But this goes to where you change the whole world, like you create an alternative world, which is the world of the mandala. And in the mandala, the reason that you then would inhabit in some case, sometimes you're just a regular being with 1 face, 2 arms, either male or female. Sometimes male will visualize themselves as a female. Female will visualize themselves as a male. That's all right. And they get to where they interfere with what you have in the brain, which is a model of your regular body. Like right now, you all are sitting there listening and looking, and you have but an image in your mind, and then you move your arm or something. But you do move your arm because you have a model of yourself in your brain, which you don't have to pay attention to. It's subliminal. And some impulse, some energy impulse goes like that, and then it transmits the signal, and then you move your arm. And your arm moves, but you just feel you're just moving your arm. But actually the brain operates through a certain model, which we know from evidence by people under hypnosis, by phantom limb phenomena and things like that. So you're interfering with that, and you're creating, through systematic stabilized meditation, a different model of your being. Like this Kala Chakra has 3 shoulders. Out of each shoulder come 2 upper arms and 4 forearms. So a total of 12 arms on each side, for example. Now, if you stop to think, and you're remodeling your feeling of I can't see my shoulders now, and I have a model that there's like a sore muscle here, and like 1 arm bone comes out somehow held together by ligaments and muscles. I have a model like that, right? And then I move my arm. So then you shift that model in meditation where you have 3 shoulders, 6 upper arms, 12 forearms and hands, which is a really complicated thing to do. In the doing of that, you are changing the way your brain is structured, the software of the brain. And you're doing it because it's all emptiness, and you're more responsible and aware on a subtle level of your ability to structure your experience. And you are structuring it another way, which is then opening your inner sensibility and changing the way you're wired, in a way. You're messing with your wiring, which is why it's illegal to do it. It's esoteric and illegal to try that sort of thing without having some depth of awareness of emptiness, of the infinite relativity, and hence the total mutability of everything, which, far from being a nihilistic thing where you can just escape from it all into some empty space, means you are responsible for creating your contribution to the creation of the world that you live in. So you're trying to improve how your creative part fits in with it, if you follow me. It isn't that you can't totally change it by changing your mind, but interactive with others, you can make your contribution, or you can make your negative contribution as well. So that's what emptiness teaches us, is the importance of our tiniest action. Remember my Shantideva favorite thing? Someone asks you, where's the bathroom? Oh, it's over there. Point with your finger. Or, oh, it's over there. That's a tiny little thing. But whole body language message is changed by doing that. That makes a difference, somehow, in your subliminal relation with other people. Okay, I think I'm running out of time. I have a lot more to do. That's Agriya Samaja again. I can show more of this next week. You're reading the signed was the sadhana, the evocation or visualization script, you could say, was there. And these are all the different deities of the Guhya Samaja Mandala. And you're all of them at once, and these are the fierce ones.